Welcome to day 347 of our DeSo journey. I'm Ed Trastenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in CloutFeed. And I want to start off by saying Happy International Women's Day. Brian?
Happy International Women's Day.
Yeah, and of course, it's Women's Day all around the world. We have a special shout out we want to give to some of the women in DeSo. I know we're missing so many, so don't take it as an insult or anything. We don't mention you here, but Clout Women Unite, Michelle Lord, Miss Katie Ann, Alina Ferry, Goldberry, Gabby, Wendy Lee, Izzy, Sabira, Design Star, Natalie Art, Matreshka, Sandy Rose, Doris Xavier, Meredith Marcone, Wildography, Lisa Moretti, Lisa Mariette. She was on our show. Maybeam, Lazy Nina, and like I said, so many other women on this platform who have made DeSo what it is today. And if we didn't mention you, no, we're thinking about you, and we believe that you're just as important.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why you went through a list because you mentioned probably 1% of the DeSo women.
Yeah, it's just some that have stood out, especially recently, and some of the OGs who have been around. I just wanted to give them a shout out. So
Yeah.
DeSo DAO, I guess I should call it, but I kind of is DeSo DAO, right? DAO has a new blog post out on the DeSo Foundation website. If you go to deso.org, click on blog, you'll see the new post. It also has a 20-minute video of Nader. So what do you think, Brian?
Yeah, so this blog post was just released as we started filming. So almost certainly nobody has seen it yet. Maybe a few people have. So check that out for sure. It's going to explain how DAODAO works. It explains that DeSo is actually behind it. The 20-minute video by Nader, it's really cool because he has a space background, kind of geeking out there for a little bit. But he really talks about how DAODAO is going to work. He hopes it's going to be able to take DAOs mainstream, which I think it really could. If they execute this properly, I think it could really take DAOs into the mainstream. But I think it's important that there are features that allow for kind of filtering out scammers, because whenever money's involved like this, you need that. And I'm sure they're going to have smart services that can do some of that. Nothing's going to be perfect. Nader also mentioned in this video, if you haven't watched the video, which I'm assuming you haven't, check it out. It's 20 minutes long. It's really great. He mentions DAO Swap. And DAO Swap is actually going to launch with DAODAO. It's going to be an on-chain order book exchange for buying and selling DAO coins. It's going to allow you to basically put Ethereum in, and it can be converted to DeSo if that DAO is collecting DeSo, or vice versa. You're going to be able to put Bitcoin, USDT. There's all sorts of cryptos that are going to be able to be utilized, and you just put it in, and it automatically transfers it to the currency that you'd like to use or that the DAO is using. And it's a trustless system, I believe. So that's important. Nader talked about PokeDAO, which is going to be the first DAO to launch after the DAO. PokeDAO is going to seek to raise $21 million to buy this huge Pokemon Charizard collection, I think off of eBay. And what they want to do is burn at least one of those cards and NFT them all. So that's really a cool concept. I think it could really bring in a lot of people from outside DeSo. If they don't raise 21 million, then they're going to buy something else cool and do the same basic thing, burn it and NFT it. That was just one example. Right now, they're on Discord, of course. The Discord has 1,640 members already. I think it grew by about 300 yesterday, but they wanted to clarify that those buying the NFTs, and you're going to get that private group chat for that NFT level, that's going to be all on the chain. And the Discord will eventually also be moved to chain via DeSo Messenger. So you have 1,600 people on Discord right now, but these people are actually going to be moved over to DeSo once things launch. So I'm looking forward to that. That could really kind of add engagement, daily active users to the DeSo blockchain. And remember, all this is being built around and on the DeSo blockchain. So DAODAO will be built right on top of the DeSo blockchain. It's going to be like a node. So that's really important to kind of understand. And on the Discord, they added a live contributions channel. So on their Discord server, you can now track as people buy the
Oh, that's cool. I
NFTs.
didn't realize that.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I think that DAODAO has the potential to really kind of blow things up when DeSo. It's going to be important that they execute properly. Obviously we saw kind of what happened with BitClout back in March and April. Things weren't quite ready, and I think that scared a lot of people away. But I feel like this is kind of their second go around, and I feel like they kind of understand what they need to do. So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. In other news, the DeSo Anniversary is getting near. March 26th, I believe, will be the date. And Matreshka, she has been traveling around LA looking for venues. She made 2 stops yesterday, and she actually did a Zoom call with Brian and I, along with a few others. And actually, I think it was one other. It was Mr. Triplet. Is that his name? And we got to see the venues. I actually posted the videos up of the 2 different venues she looked at. She went to Hubble Studio and the Hungarian Cultural Alliance. Both of them are in downtown LA, about 10 minutes or so car ride away from each other. So far, I think people are leaning towards the Hungarian Cultural Alliance just because I guess it's more of a cozy environment. They had lighting, the stage was already set up.
It seems spacier too. Like there are different areas, so you could go upstairs and overlook the stage. There's a sitting area, there's a bar. So I think there's maybe more functionality, more to do there, but we'll see.
Yeah, definitely check out those videos. We posted them yesterday. It's in a thread, and also I believe Matreshka posted them as well. So you can kind of see the 2 venues that we're considering. There's also the DeSo Anniversary Discord. You can join that to kind of have more input in what's going on. But like there's a lot of people in there. Darian Parrish is playing a huge role, as is many others. So it's getting closer. We need the venue reserved, and then we're gonna figure out food, drinks, entertainment. That's all kind of being worked on as well. And
yeah, I think either venue would work fine. So whatever one wins out, I'm happy. But yeah, I mean, we got to move forward quick because it's only about less than three weeks away, I think. And
yeah.
And of course, pricing matters. So we're waiting on that. But it looks like things are starting to shape up.
Yeah, and Matreshka deserves a lot of credit for this. She's been going out and doing so much of this herself. Also yesterday, a user named Vishal Gulia made a post saying, "Please give me hopium, Nader. DeSo and daily active users are both at an all-time low." And Nader actually replied, and he said soon. So we'll see what that is. Maybe it's the DAODAO announcement that was posted today on the DeSo website. I don't know, but I think DAODAO does give people a lot of hope, especially if has the potential to be successful. If it is successful, it has a potential to bring a ton of people onto DeSo, get DeSo really active. It has a potential to get people buying DeSo in order to interact with the different DAOs. So I think that is some hope right there. That is some really good hope. And then we're going to see some of these other apps launch as well.
Yeah, I think Natter's probably referring to DAODAO, but maybe also Pearl and Story, which are launching soon. And there's a lot of development behind these other projects too that are just going on behind the scenes. But like you said, I think DAODAO has the potential. It's kind of like a backdoor into DeSo. Like it's not marketing itself as DeSo, it's marketing itself as DAODAO. Yeah. People join, and if they want to engage, they want to vote, they want to comment on specific DAOs, they're basically doing it on DeSo. So it's going to bring people in through the back door, and it could be in like substantial numbers, especially if like 1 or 2 of these DAOs really take off. So I think, like I said before, it's all based on execution. If they execute this properly, I think it has the potential to really move DeSo forward. And I don't know what properly means. I think we'll find out. But yeah, there is hope. There's definitely hope. And remember, we're only a year into this thing. There's going to be failures. There's going to be successes. But I think if you believe in the technology and if you believe what Nader's doing and what the core team's trying to do, then I think there's plenty of hope out there.
Hopium, as user Vishal Gulia said, hopium.
Yeah, it's a lot better than opium.
Yeah, stay away from the opium, but get as much hopium as you want. The Nacho Average Studio and the Nacho Average Live have launched on the Nachoverse. Nacho Average made a post last night with a video showing what the Nachoverse looks like so far, and they went into the Nacho Average Studio and Nacho Average Live areas within the Nachoverse. It was really cool. Like they went up to like a DJ stand and they played some of Clay Perry's music on the I guess on the record player, and it was, so far it's looking great, and I think there's a lot of people excited about that.
Yeah, I checked it out. I loved it. I love the video. I love what they're doing. It's basically a virtual world within Clay Perry's universe, I guess, and not the Nacho Average universe. So they're really kind of expanding on the Nacho Average idea. It started with a Zoom call, but I like it. I like it, and I'm interested to see how they're going to work DeSo further into this as well.
Yeah, last week we talked about Paul Burke and Plus, which was formerly Big Clout Plus, having some updates coming. He made another post showing off some of those updates last night, and they included quick log out from the account selector. I know Brian talked about this last week. You're going to be able, so if you have a bunch of accounts logged in, you're going to just see an X next to all of them. And if you click the X, it's going to log you out of that account. So, you know, a lot of people don't want to be logged in with all their accounts. They just want to have one logged in at a time. They're also going to have a block tab. So when you go to like see a user's followers and following, there's also going to be a block tab there. We can see who that user has blocked. And when you see who that user has blocked, you're going to be also see who you have blocked and unblock them directly from that page, which I think is a really cool idea. And also it's going to list accounts that you follow that are active. So, you know, people might follow 1,000 accounts, but maybe only 50 of them have been active. So you're going to be able to just see those accounts, the ones that they're active following, which I think is a cool idea.
Yeah, I love what Paul Burke's doing. I know he can be skeptical of things every now and then, but he really is valuable to this community. And I think a lot of what he says should be listened to as well.
Definitely. So what are the top hashtags on DeSo in the last 24 hours, Brian?
They're very familiar. DeSo's #1, NFT, Bitcoin, wordplay from Dharmesh, of course, and crypto. So Bitcoin and crypto are back in there, and maybe it's because of the volatility we've been seeing within the crypto space over the course of the last 2 weeks. Mostly, I think, from Russia. There's some regulations coming. I know that the Biden administration is going to be issuing some sort of executive order around crypto. So I think people are talking a lot about it.
Yeah,
and then
good point.
I think,
can I just get a word in real fast?
sure.
I'm gonna say, I think these hashtags are kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, or like, you know, the kind of like the chicken or the egg scenario, where people see what the top hashtags are every day. So they use those hashtags knowing that they're going to get more views on their posts if they do. So I think that's why we see these hashtags kind of stuck to the top. But like, probably, like, if you look at the top 10, they're probably all about the same over the last month or so.
Yeah, and it's funny because you mentioned that, and you see that every day on Twitter. Like if a hashtag starts trending, and a lot with politics, I think if it's like against one political group, they turn it around and use it in the opposite way just because they want their post to be seen. So maybe if it's bad for Democrats or liberals, the liberals start using it anyway, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it goes to the top. So it's just funny the way hashtags work, because people realize that using a hashtag can actually get you more views, even if maybe the hashtag itself isn't something that you actually believe.
Yep. You want to talk
Yeah,
about
so I just want to move on to the Open Prosper top accounts. So we do this every day, the top 10 earning accounts. First of all, $9,689 was earned from 871 different creators. 8 creators earned at least one DeSo in earnings. That 871 different creators earning is down from the last few days. Obviously, daily active users have been a little sluggish as of late, but the dollar amount is definitely up, but I think a lot of that has to do with DAODAO, or I know a lot of it has to do with DAODAO, which earned $8,483 yesterday, selling a bunch of the silver tickets along with some of the bronze tickets, NFTs. Number two was Seals, and then 100, Bozo, The Nobody, Sumor, Crane Use, Cloutpunk, Sarvente, and Brutal. So Brutal and his daughter are rounding out the top 10. Congrats
Well
to them.
deserved.
Of course,
Yes,
they're
so
in Ukraine.
the top community events, or not the top community events, the community events today, there's a few of them. At 10 a.m. Eastern time on Chime In is Crypto Talks with Darian Parrish. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. At 11:30 a.m. on Connect.club is International Women's Day celebration with Clout Women Unite, GDS, Michelle Lord, Miss Katie Ann, Izzy, Ooh La La, Gake, NFT Creations. I apologize if I said that wrong. Mariel, LA Art, Natalie Art, Panini, Sabira, Clara, Ed YGs, All Things Creative, Wildography, and many, many more. Definitely check that out.
Yeah, and if you haven't checked out Connect.club, it's kind of like Clubhouse, except you kind of can go into different groups, and you can display videos and images and kind of have watch parties together. It's a really cool way of meeting people. It's like Clubhouse meets like a living room or a
Clubhouse
house.
and a metaverse.
Yeah, a metaverse. Yeah, metaverse.
7 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern time on Entra is DeSo Demo Day with the founder of Open Prosper, Salil Sethi. And Sean will be there interviewing him. Again, that's on Entra at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I can't wait to see that. Salil's an awesome guy, and I'm sure he has great things to talk about.
Yeah, definitely check that one out for sure.
And I think that is all we have for today. Definitely give that DeSo.org blog post a read about DAODAO. I think it's very informative, and talk to everybody tomorrow.